I was born in Japan, surrounded by temples, incense, and silence. Yet inside me, there was noise, questions no one could answer. Where did I come from? Where am I going? And why does my soul feel restless? I searched for truth where I was told it existed, but the more I searched, the more empty I felt, until a religion I was taught to fear changed my life forever. When I was young, there were many things in Buddhism that I couldn't fully understand. I started asking myself big questions. Where did I come from? Where am I going? What is the real purpose of my life? I grew up in Japan, and the religious environment around me was mostly Buddhist, so I thought maybe if I followed Buddhism seriously, especially in its pure form, I would find answers. For a long time, I honestly tried to search for the truth through religion, but at one point I felt like I had reached a dead end. Later, I got the chance to go to Melbourne, Australia. That experience changed my life. There, I met a Muslim brother from Egypt. His behavior, his manners, and the way he treated me slowly broke the negative image of Islam that I had in my mind. Living close to Muslims and seeing their daily lives made me realize that what I believed about Islam before was not true. After learning more about Islam, I felt deep inside that this was the religion I had been searching for all along. Still, I was scared. I knew that if I became Muslim, Japanese society would look at me in a very strange way. I was afraid of being labeled, misunderstood, or isolated. That fear stopped me from taking the final step for a long time. Then I watched a film about Malcolm X. Seeing how he completely transformed his life from darkness to clarity, from chaos to discipline, gave me courage. What affected me the most was watching scenes of Hajj, where millions of people gather not for entertainment, not for sports or music, but only to worship one God. That image shook my heart. I realized that being Muslim does not mean becoming weak or fearful. Islam is strong, beautiful, and dignified. One night, I finally took the step. I turned to Allah, went down on my knees, placed my forehead on the ground, and prayed sincerely. That was the moment I accepted Islam. At first, my family misunderstood everything. I explained my journey from the beginning, but they thought I was confused. Initially, there were no major problems, but later, after certain violent incidents in Japan that were wrongly associated with Islam, fear and ignorance spread. Islam was presented in a very negative way, even though it had nothing to do with those acts. When I asked my father for permission to go to Kuwait to study Arabic, he refused. Then he asked me, "Why are you still Muslim? Leave Islam." I told him I couldn't. I asked him to look at me. Had I become a bad person after becoming Muslim? Deep down, he knew that I hadn't. Still, one day he said words that broke me. "From today, you are no longer my son." That was shocking. I was still doing part-time work, but I had to completely rely on myself to survive. The next day, I went to a mosque in Kobe and spoke to an Egyptian imam about my situation. He helped me apply for a scholarship at Al-Azhar University. After that, I returned to my parents' home. Slowly, with time, they accepted me again. Alhamdulillah. Unfortunately, none of my parents accepted Islam before my father passed away. Before his death, he once said that if he lived with me, he might be ready to understand Islam, but family and social pressure did not allow it. One of the main things I couldn't understand in Buddhism was the concept of rebirth, the idea that souls keep returning in different forms, sometimes as a human, sometimes as an animal, raised many questions for me. If souls are reborn again and again, how can people be equal when they are born into completely different conditions? Another issue was that religion and daily life were completely separated. Spirituality existed in temples, but not in everyday actions. If someone in Japan searches for Islam online, sadly they may first come across books or content written to spread hatred and fear. Some materials deliberately present Islam in a negative way, and many people form opinions without ever meeting a Muslim or understanding the religion properly. Practicing Islam in Japan also has challenges. One of the biggest is a lack of strong community support. Alhamdulillah, I have 5 children, but both my family and my wife's family are the only Muslims among our relatives. Even in areas where there are many Muslims, people gather for prayers but rarely stay connected in daily life. There is very little support system outside the mosque.
What do you think about this videos? Please be sure to share your opinion in the comment box.